Okay, good day everyone. Hello, OTF TV. So, for today, we are going to discuss emotional intelligence. So, though hindi that I'm not ano ba, expert with this. So, I just want to share some of my learnings regarding the emotional intelligence. So, some of those uh, learnings were also verified, 'di ba? At ayun, nagtanong-tanong din tayo at nag-research tayo. So, are you familiar with this character, si Joy? So, isa siya sa mga bida dun sa movie na Inside Out. So, yung Inside Out ay may isang babaeng bida. Actually, siya ay nagsimula sa bata hanggang sa maging teenage. Ayan guys, nawawalan tayo ng signal. Pagpasensyahan nyo na. Okay, sige, let's start. And hopefully ay makatulong sa inyo kahit papaano. So yun nga, merong isang bata, 'di ba, na-encounter niya ang kanyang mga emosyon, yung si disgust, si fear, si sadness, and si and when we say emotional intelligence or EI, it refers to the ability to perceive, control, and evaluate emotions. And the ability to express and control emotions is essential. So when we say essential, it is very important. 'Di ba? Important. Mahalaga. So but so is the ability to understand, interpret, and respond to the emotions of others. So imagine a world in which you could not understand when a friend was feeling sad or when a coworker was angry. So na-experience nyo na ba yung you're nagtatampo ka, you're sad, you're angry, and no one can perceive your emotions, 'di ba? Yung parang, or in short, manhid sila, 'di ba? And hindi yun magandang pakiramdam, 'di ba? So psychologists refers to this ability as emotional intelligence, and some experts even suggest that it can be more important than IQ in your overall success in life. So maybe what they are telling here is no matter how intelligent you are, but if you cannot perceive, you cannot feel the emotions of others, so how are you going to deal with other people? So let us now discuss first what are the basic emotions that we have. So the first one is anger. So it is a clue that something is wrong and gives us the energy to put things right. So hindi naman tayo magagalit kung halimbawa wala namang wala naman tayong magiging dahilan, 'di ba, para magalit. So kaya tayo nagagalit ay may mali, 'di ba? May hindi tama. Kaya yun yung ikinagagalit natin. Okay? And sadness makes us step back from the world for a while and recharge, and heal, and let others know that we might feel some loving. So, sadness, kapag tayo ay malungkot, so we can rest, 'di ba, for a while, for us to recharge and for us not to hurt or make other people sad also, 'di ba? Or we can share to our safe place or safe people the feelings that we have. And fear gives us the energy and physical resources to fight or flee something dangerous if we need to. So, may napanood lang ako na isang documentation wherein um, wait lang guys. And yung isang tao or isang bata, hindi siya nakakaramdam ng sakit, 'di ba? Halimbawa, mapapaso, makakagat niya yung sarili niya, hindi niya nararamdaman yun. At dahil doon, dahil hindi siya nakakaramdam ng pain, ang ginagawa niya ay he keeps on touching the fire, he keeps on biting himself. So I just realized na maganda rin pala na nararamdaman natin yung talagang importante na nararamdaman natin yung pain para hindi natin ginagawa or um, hindi natin mailalagay yung sarili natin sa danger. And that's what fear is allows us to deal with the potential threat. So have you experienced being excited or you want to perform na immediately, 'di ba? Or magpe-perform ka or sasali ka sa isang laro, 'di ba, yung hindi mo maintindihan yung galaw ng tiyan mo. So when it's related to performance, if it can be refrained as excitement, it can energize and work for rather than against. So maganda rin na kung may anxiety tayo in connection with the performance, mas na-excite tayo, 'di ba? Yung parang perform na tayo, 'di ba? Or report na tayo, gano'n. Next is jealousy. Let us know that something is important and points us in the direction of what we might need to invest in. So can you still remember the first time that you feel jealous with someone? 'Di ba? Maybe you're asking yourself, what is this? Why am I feeling this way? So what is the reason of this emotion? But because of jealousy, you will realize that a specific person is important to you, 'di ba? Or that person has a value to you. That's what our emotion. That's one of the importance of having emotion. You are knowing yourself. You're discovering something. Next, bad feelings around friendships alert us to the possibility that those friendships aren't good ones to be in, that we deserve more, and that it might be time to let go. So this is also one of the importance of having emotions. Di ba? We have those instinct of what is good and bad to us. Okay? And let's now proceed with the components of emotional intelligence. So researchers suggest that there are 4 different levels of emotional intelligence, including emotional perception, but the ability to know the emotion, the ability to reason using emotions, the ability to understand emotions, and the ability to manage our emotions. So the first one is perceiving emotions. The first step in understanding emotions is to perceive them accurately. So in many cases, this might involve understanding nonverbal signals such as body language and facial expression. So if I have an audience there, can you tell me how will you know if someone okay? So how will you know if someone is angry? Sige. How will you know if someone is angry to you? Hello, Tintin. Good afternoon. Or, sige, how will you know if someone is jealous? Pag angry, of course, um, frowning, di ba? Kapag nakakatakot po siya. Okay. So, how will you know if someone is jealous? Ito pa. How will you know if someone is sad? Even if sinasabi nila na hindi sila sad. Kahit na sasabihin nila, hindi, okay lang ako, masaya nga ako eh, para sa'yo. 'Di ba? So, paano natin yun malalaman? Okay, kung hindi ka pinapansin, 'pag jealous daw. Okay? So, may nagsabi sa akin class ng mga guys, ng mga student ko, kapag daw sa mata, yung sinasabi nila na masaya sila pero makikita naman nila sa mata. So this activity shows that somehow you know if someone is sad, angry, happy, jealous, or etc. Kasi nga, if you cannot perceive the emotion of other people, there's something wrong. Bakit hindi mo malaman, 'di ba? Kung galit ba yung tao, kung malungkot ba yung tao, and it's an ability that we should have to deal with other people. Next, reasoning with emotions, thinking and cognitive activity. So emotions help prioritize what we pay attention and react to. We respond emotionally to things that garner our attention. So how will you know if what's important to you? How will you know if what are your priorities or your values? Uh, Observe yourself. Observe where and when are you reacting. For example, pag nakakita ka ng mga asong nasasaktan, asong inaabandona, nagre-react ka, nalulungkot ka, nagagalit ka. So, ibig sabihin, mahalaga sa'yo or dogs are important to you or um, you have, I mean, you're giving importance to them, 'di ba? Eh kasi 'di ba minsan makakita naman tayo ng mga ibang bagay pero wala lang sa atin, pero sa ibang tao mahalaga sila. So yun yung ating pinaglalagyan ng ating mga emosyon, ng ating mga energy, ng ating mga values. Okay? Understanding emotions. The emotions that we perceive can carry a wide variety of meanings. Yes. If someone is um, sad, hindi lang naman puwedeng ang dahilan niyan iniwan siya, 'di ba? Madaming puwedeng maging dahilan kung bakit sad ang isang tao. So if someone is expressing angry emotions, the observer must interpret the cause of the person's anger and what could it mean. For example, if your boss is acting angry, it might mean that they are dissatisfied with your work. Or it could be because they got speeding ticket on their way to work that morning or that they've been fighting with their partner. So what we are telling here is we must understand the emotion. We will not just observe it. We must know. Especially if that person is close to us, 'di ba? Pag alam mo na yung magpapalungkot sa kanya, magpapasad sa kanya, magpapa-angry, papa-jealous. So, if you understand that, hindi mo na yun gagawin or as much as possible, you will avoid doing those things. 'Di ba? Not just in a romantic relationship. We could also use this with our work, 'di ba? With dealing with other people that we will not just observe or look at them based on their emotions, but we will really understand. why they are feeling that way. Okay? For example, there's someone who is sharing with other people, but when pwede sabihin, "Uy, dumating lang ako, hindi ka na nag-share or nag-iba na yung atmosphere or yung emotion mo." But we must understand that maybe that person is having a trust issue, or you still might need to earn her trust. 'Di ba? Yung mga ganun. And then, this is how we are going to manage our emotions, thinking before reacting. So emotionally intelligent people, so if you think an intelligent people, emotionally intelligent people, you need to understand that emotion is powerful, but it is also temporary. I want us to understand that emotion is very powerful, especially, di ba, yung mga simpleng biruan, napikon ka, nagalit ka, you could hurt someone. But we need to understand that it is temporary. Maaring galit ka ngayon, pero mamaya hindi na. 'Di ba? And even the emotions that we have with other people. So when a highly charged emotional event happens, such as becoming angry with coworker, the emotionally intelligent response would be to take some time before responding. So this allows everyone to calm their emotions and think more rationally about all the factors surrounding the argument. So instead of retaliating with that angry person, we need to inhale and exhale and to think before we react. And greater self-awareness. So emotionally intelligent people are not only good at thinking about how other people might feel, but they are also adept at understanding their own feelings. So self-awareness allows people to consider the many different factors that contribute to their emotions. So when we say self-awareness, it is about knowing yourself, knowing what can make you angry, what can make you sad, what can make you happy. So for example, you are tired, you are hungry, 'di ba? And there's someone who wants to talk to you, who wants to confront you. So, pwede mong sabihin sa kanya na, "Sandali lang, kasi nagugutom ako, kasi pagod ako." So, hindi tayo magkakaroon ng magandang pag-uusap or hindi tayo magkakaunawaan 'pag ganito ako, 'di ba? Kasi kapag hindi mo alam, 'di mo kilala yung sarili mo ta's papasok ka sa kakausapin mo ang isang angry people or sad or depressed people. So, baka hindi maging maayos yung kalalabasan. That's why we must have a greater self-awareness. Empathy for others. So when we say empathy is you're putting yourself to the shoes of other people. So a large part of emotional intelligence is being able to think about and empathize with how other people are feeling. So this often involves considering how you would respond if you were in the same situation. So when empathizing with other people is you are asking yourself, paano kung ako yung nasa sitwasyon niya? Paano kung ikaw yung napahiya, 'di ba? Halimbawa, may nawalan ng isang family member, tapos ikaw, you're insisting whatever you want, 'di ba? Parang, "Ito dapat gawin mo, dapat ganyan." Eh, hindi mo nga alam kung ikaw yung nawalan ng pamilya, 'di ba? Kaya nga 'pag daw may namatayan, hindi magandang sabihin na, "Alam ko yung nararamdaman mo," ganyan. Kahit pa ikaw ay nawalan din ng mahal sa buhay. Kasi hindi mo din naman maiintindihan yung grieving na nangyayari sa kanya o yung nararamdaman niya, okey? O kaya Um, minsan ang kailangan lang din naman nila yung comfort, yung malaman nila na nandiyan ka, yung malaman nila na you're grieving with them, 'di ba? So empathy for others means is when you are putting yourself to the shoes of other people and you are asking yourself, what if I'm the one who's experiencing that specific situation? Okay? Next, only prayers will help. Yes, thank you, Tin. Oh, so minsan ang gusto lang din ng tao from you is yung prayer mo, 'di ba? Puwede mo na ring sabihin na, "I'm praying for you," ganyan. So people who have strong emotional intelligence are able to consider the perspectives, experiences, and emotions of other people and use this information to explain why people behave the way that they do. So one of the things I love about being a teacher is I get the chance to meet a lot of different kinds of people. And aside from that, some of them are trusting me with their experiences, 'di ba? With their emotions, with their um ideas. So meron nga akong estudyante, I also tried teaching. So yung student na yun, sobrang kulit niya, 'di ba? Parang papansin siya, hindi siya gumagawa ng mga task, gusto niya ng attention, etc. But then I discovered that her parents were too busy were too busy to help her with her assignment, 'di ba? To ask her how's her school, how's her experiences, etc. So then I realized yung mga nangyayari pala sa movie ay nangyayari talaga even in reality, 'di ba? Yung gusto ng atensyon, ganyan. So dahil naging ton sa mga ganong eksena sa buhay. Okay? Wait lang po, ah. Okay, next. So how are we going to use emotional intelligence? First is being able to accept criticism and responsibility. So whether we admit it or not, accepting criticism will never be easy. 'Di ba yung lalo na kapag nag-comment about your performance, about your attitude, you. Ang hirap kayang tanggapin nun. But if we are emotionally intelligent, somehow maiisip natin na, okay, itong comment na 'to is also for me, 'di ba, for my growth, for my development. Okay, if we are emotionally intelligent, pero 'pag hindi natin na-develop yung emotional intelligence natin, ang lagi nating iisipin ay sinasaktan tayo ng ibang tao, 'di ba? O kaya, "Oh, insecure lang 'yan kaya nagko-comment about me." Oh, ang worst pa magagalit tayo dun sa mga tao na ang hangad lang naman sa'tin ay yung best, 'di ba? And of course, being able to accept responsibility, 'di ba? If we cannot handle responsibility, okay, we are also questionable. If we have a um okay, sorry for tumitigil ako kasi may hinihintay kasi kaming Birthday kasi ng aming doggy, ayan. And of course, responsibility. So, kapag ikaw ay hindi emotionally intelligent, parang ganito class, having a child is having a great responsibility, 'di ba? At kung hindi tayo emotionally intelligent, maari tayong mag-breakdown, hindi natin ma-handle yung mga responsibility na ibinigay sa atin simply because we cannot handle our emotions. And number two, being able to move on after making a mistake. Sino sa atin ang hindi pa nagkamali, 'di ba? Sino sa atin ang hindi pa nagkasala? Okay? And of course, darating talaga yung time that it that the enemy will keep on reminding us of what we did in the past. 'Di ba? Of what are our mistakes and sins. But of course, aside from the help of the Lord, and if we are emotionally intelligent, somehow we could move on after the mistake that we have done. And I think it's a skill that we should have, 'di ba? Kasi even yung mga ano nga, may mga edad na hindi sila maka-move on sa kung ano man yung nagawa nila in the past. And nakakaapekto yun sa pang-araw-araw nilang pamumuhay, 'di ba? And being able to say no when you need to. Actually, it's one of the hardest thing to do, especially if those people asking favor from you are in the position, 'di ba? Ang hirap kaya mag-no, lalo na kung mahal natin yung isang tao o kaya boss natin, teacher natin. But if we are emotionally intelligent, we should we know we know why we should say no if we need to, 'di ba? Okay. Criticism is not bad as long as you know how to handle it. Others take it as a challenge for them to grow and more. Okay? Thank you, DJ Otep. Yan, sabi ni Tintin, correct, DJ Otep. Next is, ayan nga, being able to say no when you need to. Actually, sabi nga, 'di ba sa Bible, let your yes be yes and your no be no. So, let's all be firm in saying no if we really need to, especially if not just for ourselves but for other people too, 'di ba? Next is being able to share your feelings with others. Okay, there are people who's having a hard time sharing our feelings with other people because of trust issues and any other reasons, 'di ba? But kasi ang naiitulong naman ng being able to share your feelings with others ay may nakakasama ka sa pagdadala, 'di ba, ng iyong burden, ng iyong, um, experiences, ng iyong problema, ng iyong mga kung ano mang nagpapalungkot sa'yo, 'di ba? So it is a good feeling that we might share our feelings with other people. Being able to solve problems in ways that work for everyone. So have you already heard about the win-win principle? Narinig niyo na ba yung win-win principle? So when we say win-win principle, it is about solving the problem wherein it is not only you who will benefit from that, also the other people. Hindi yung pwede, gusto ko 'tong mangyari, and then alam mo yun, ipipilit mo yung gusto mo, iiyak ka, magagalit ka, magta-tantrums ka just to get whatever you want. So you are not considered as an emotionally intelligent people if you are acting like that. And when we say win-win solution is, nakuha mo yung gusto mo mangyari, but at the same time, pati yung ibang tao ay masaya. Hindi lang yung ikaw lang yung masaya. Hindi yun maganda. 'Di ba? 'Di ba ano 'yun, pang childish, pang immature, yung mga batang naglulupagi just to get the toy that they want, the food that they want to eat, etc. Next is having empathy for other people, of course. Kasi kung may empathy ka sa ibang tao, it will not be easy for you to hurt them. It will not be easy for you to humiliate them, 'di ba? Having great listening skills and knowing why you do the things that you do. Actually, this is one of the things that I love about being about emotional intelligence is yung knowing why you do the things that you do, because we admit it or not, may mga bagay tayo sa mundo na ginagawa pero hindi natin alam kung bakit natin ginagawa. At ang masama ay na hindi siya nakakabuti sa atin at lalong-lalo na sa ibang tao. At ano yun, guys, it's a skills that we should learn. Bakit nga ba tayo nagre-react ng ganito o bakit nga ba ginagawa natin yung mga bagay na ginagawa natin? Not being judgmental of others, of course. If we have an empathy for other people, somehow we have a glimpse of why they are doing those things. Emotional intelligence is essential for good interpersonal communication. So some experts believe that this ability is more important in determining life success than IQ alone. So fortunately, there are things that you can do to strengthen your own social and emotional intelligence. Understanding emotions can be the key to better relationships, improve well-being, and stronger communication skills. So what are the tips for improving emotional intelligence? First is listen. So if you want to understand what other people are feeling, the first step is to pay attention. So take the time to listen to what people are trying to tell you, both verbally and non-verbally. Hindi lang yung, alam nyo guys, may mga tao kasi na ang sasabihin lang ay kung ano yung gusto mong marinig, di ba? Pero yung mga non-verbal actions nila is saying a lot of things. So body language can carry a great deal of meaning. So when you sense that someone is feeling a certain way, consider the different factors that might be contributing to that emotion. So just like our example a while ago, yung when someone is saying that she is or he is happy or okay lang siya, but when you look at his or her eyes, 'di ba, parang iba naman yung sinasabi. So that's non-verbal action. Okay, ano pa? Yung sinasabi niya hindi siya galit. "Ba, hindi ako galit." Pero hindi ka naman pinapansin or parang very cold in dealing you. So we must also listen in that. Meron namang tao na hindi daw nila need ng tulong pero um, makikita mo naman sa kanila na hindi lang niya nakikita na kailangan niya ng humingi ng tulong. Empathize. So picking up on emotions is critical. So but you also need to be able to put yourself into someone else's shoes in order to truly understand the view. Okay, so wait lang po. Oo, nagsasabi ng okay pero hindi naman okay. So, yan. So, practice empathizing with other people. So, imagine how you would feel in their situation. Such activities can help you build an emotional understanding of a specific situation as well as develop stronger emotional skills in the long term. And the last one is to reflect. So, the ability to reason with emotions is an important part of emotional intelligence. Consider how your emotions influence your decisions and behaviors. So when we say we are reflecting, for example, nagalit ka in a specific situation. So after mo magalit or habang nagagalit ka, pero it's a challenge, 'di ba? Nagre-reflect habang galit. So siguro after na lang. After you got mad, you can ask yourself, bakit nga ba ako nagalit? Ano nga ba yung sinabi niya na nagpagalit sa akin? So, kung yung sinabi niya ay ganun, valid ba na magalit ako? Kung hindi, ano yung dapat kong maging reactions? Ganun. O kaya, ba't nga ba ako nalungkot nung nakakita ko ng ganun? Valid ba na malungkot ako o ako lang to? Yung ganun, you keep on questioning yourself, di ba? I mean, you're asking yourself. So when you are thinking about how other people respond, assess the role that their emotions play. So, kung ikaw naman ay may kausap at sila naman yung nagalit, pwede mo naman din tanungin yung sarili mo. Bakit nung sinabi ko yun nagalit siya? Kagalit-galit ba yun? Kung marirealize mo kasi na kagalit-galit yun, so, the, you can apologize after that. Or, somehow, you will have an idea of what makes that person angry or what makes that person sad, di ba? So why is this person feeling this way? Is there any unseen factors that might be contributing to these feelings? So how do your emotions differ from theirs? Of course, kailangan mo ding i-assess yun. Ako as a teacher, kung halimbawa nagalit yung estudyante ko sa akin at sinagot-sagot niya ako, so kailangan ko ding ma-assess na, I'm older than that specific person. So, I might react the other way. 'Di ba? Hindi ko siya papatulan o ano pa man. So, as you explore such question, you may find that it becomes easier to understand the role that emotions play in how people think and behave. So, this is my source, the www.verywellmind.com. So, what is emotional intelligence? And, okay, so, I hope somehow this video help you even in a little um, area, 'di ba? Kahit sobrang small lang na value ay nakatulong itong video na 'to. So thank you for spending your time with me and ayan, have a good afternoon. Goodbye everyone. Thank you for those who are watching. I'm done. Ayan, as of now, I still don't have time for yung mga games. Ayan, Tintin, babawi na lang ako sa mga games. So, I hope you learn something today. Goodbye.